Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Panda's eyeshadows update for you guys. As you all know by now, Alexi was the one that started this 3 years ago now, pretty much. She's not doing it this year, but a lot of us are doing Panda's eyeshadows at this point, me included. So I'm gonna walk you through the 5 shades that I have been or have not been working on over the last month. Starting with the one that has been in here the longest. This is the Creative Me No. 2 palette from BH Cosmetics. No, Coastal Scents. And I'm working on the green shade right here. And this has been like my, out of these 5, it's been like my focus shade. I haven't worn it a ton. I did say this in my whole collection project plan already, but over the last month I have not been wearing eyeshadow for like 2.5 weeks because my eyelids have been very dry and I've been a little staycation, so I didn't always feel like wearing eyeshadow. Like normally I like to put something on when I know I'm gonna have like Zoom meetings and like I'm gonna be in work, and I just like to play around with it. But when I'm just laying around on a couch in a little cottage somewhere up in the north of Ireland, knitting my sweaters and watching some YouTube videos, I just did not really feel like putting makeup on for that. But this one I have been wearing. I'm also wearing it kind of on the middle of my lid. I'm wearing the like dark blue from my Sigma palette on the outer part, this green in the middle, and I put the silver kind of on first and then the green on top in the middle, and the silver is still a little bit on the inner corner part, if you can still get that. And yeah, this one has been my main focus, like I said, and I've used it 8 times this month, and that brings me to a total of 38. But I hope that you can see in the close-up that there definitely is a proper dip starting to form in here, and I don't know how deep these pen, like I can take them out so I can see, but you only really can see how deep a pan is when you've hit pan on it, I feel like. So getting close, I think, but I'm not there yet. But I'm really hoping that I can hit pan on that one by the next update at least. Then the Urban Decay palette right here. This is the shadow box. In here I'm working on Freelove, which is the orange shade in here, and I've worn this 3 times, which brings me to a total of 22. And I think like I've mainly used this, like if I've used it as a transition shade, and I may have worn it on my lid once as well. But yeah, there is a bit of a dip in there, but nothing major. And it is not my main, like my focus shade at the moment. Then moving on to the Sleek Circus palette. In here I'm working on the red shade, and I think I've kind of used this as my curry shade once, and I may have mixed it in with the silver to kind of create a pinkish silver rose gold rose metallic rose, something like that type of shade. So if you've worn it twice, and like on the one side I can see that kind of that little pattern that is printed in it is starting to wear away a little bit, but I've still got a long way to go on this one. It does seem more powdery than the orange that I've used in here before, so I hope it's not going to take me 100 tries, but I don't know whether it's still going to happen by the end of this year, because my Panda palette really is starting to get the main focus now that I've only got 3 months left, and I just want to see how far I can get, and hopefully I can finish it off. But I still used it 2 times, which brought me to a total of 8. Not a lot yet, but it could be worse, because the Sigma makeup in here, I rolled in that green shade right here. I have not used that one, so yeah, that is all I can say about that one, just because this blue is already in my like whole collection project template and it's been in for longer, and that is kind of like my dark shade that I'm using, like more in the outer corner with a little bit of black to intensify it when I feel like it. Yeah, so that one I just have not really used yet. And the same goes for the shade in my Vice palette right here. And in here I was working on Beat Down, which is the blue shade right here. I have not used that one. Some of you guys did give me like really nice ideas, like somebody mentioned doing like a oil slick type of look, because I really have like those colors in here now that kind of like come close to the oil slick. Why is that such a hard word to say? I'm just quickly swatching the shades for you because I remember that that's something I actually do normally. So yeah, so that was a really nice idea, and like you guys always like keep giving me ideas, and I feel like because this month I didn't wear makeup for like quite a bit of the time, I haven't really been able to try out like the suggestions that you guys gave me, but I definitely want to do that. So I am planning to kind of like go back to the comments on that video and like play around with the makeup a little bit using the ideas that you guys have shared with me as well. Let's see, just one more to go. Just to remind you of the palette that I'm working with. This is what I'm working with at the moment, and yeah, you can definitely see like the combination of like these two and these two. I definitely see where that oil slick idea came from, so that sounded like a fun thing to try to me. Like these two together are still quite summery, but on the other hand, like if I combine this with the green or like use this as a transition shade and do something with that red, like orange and red are kind of fall shades as well. So I know I could do more with this, but as I've said, like my Panda palette is my main focus right now, and I also said this in my whole collection project pan video. I'm planning to kind of have one focus shade in here that I'm trying to incorporate with my Panda palette, and then just use the rest when I feel like it, but still keep my Panda palette as the main focus. So right now this green one is my main focus, so I might not get to all the other ones like every time I do an update, but I'm hoping, like I said, to hit pan on this one by next time, because I really do have a nice dip going on right now. So I have hope that I might be able to actually hit pan by next time if I'm not losing another like 2.5 weeks of being able to put on eyeshadow again. But yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys still like watching it, even though this is definitely not the most exciting update I've ever done for you. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.